Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I'm just testing the stream now. Well, yeah, technically I am, but it's no big deal. It's just the audio. Yeah, I'm just testing everything, making sure it works, you know. Bring this over here. Bells, 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 everywhere bells. Look at that. Periscope's on. The YouTubes is going to be on. Custom RMP's on. All right, everybody's good. Check 1, 2, check, check. Phew. I'll tell you what. I like that. That's good. That is nice. Do 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 do. If you guys have joined us on Periscope, you'll be able to find us on the Facebooks or on our website at doaeshow.com. And we'll be live there in about 5 minutes. Just doing some pre-show checks, making sure everything sounds right, making sure everything looks good. We'll be with you in just a few minutes. That's nice. That's awesome. I hope it's correct. Yeah, that's great. I'll read that to the kids. Hate mosquitoes. Let's see. Oh, check that out. 3-minute timer. 3-minute timer. Going live. Going live. Oh. Be back in just a minute. Just in time. All right. Kicking it off here in just a minute, guys. Oh, let's see what's going on. Oh, look. I got peoples on the YouTubes. YouTube's watching. Hey, guys on the YouTubes. I see here. All right. Everything should be kicking over here in just a second. Just a second. Bear with me, folks. By the way, if you're over at YouTube, please like, share, comment. It's awesome. Wendy. Hey. Click. Going live. All right. Welcome to the pre-show, everybody. Looks like everybody's here anyway. Well, by that I mean anybody that's actually going to watch on the very beginning and the very start of everything. Let's see here. Wendy, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining tonight. Hope everything's going well. Let me see you. Obviously, if you don't know by now, you will. The show actually starts in about 3 minutes. But until then, we're just kind of going back and forth on making sure everything hits on the notes and all that jazz. Let me see here. Start. Connect all my lines here. Go to live. Hey there, Erica. How's it going? Boom. Go live on that. Hey, look at that. We are live on everything, just like we're supposed to be. Hey, Donna. What's going on? Oh, here. You guys can't see me. Here you go. Hi. Hey, everybody. There you are. About a minute and a half left before we hit the top here. Be good times for all. At least I hope so. Fun stuff with the Kavanaughs. And even better stuff with, I don't know, there's some new stuff that literally just got just pinged on my phone. So since I'm doing Breaker, I guess I'm gonna be doing that too. A couple other random stories for all you moms out there, and some for all you people that are never gonna be moms because, well, either you're guys or you like abortions, and that's weird. And then, you know, that whole solar observatory dying and or being left out. Everybody had to evacuate for some odd reason, but we now know the reason. It wasn't aliens. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't aliens. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Check there. Check there. All right, guys. I'm going to go radio silent, and I'll be back with you guys in just a few seconds. Hello, everybody. You're listening to the Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We are live on Facebook /DOAE show. You can also go to Mojo50 Radio on the Facebook page. We are live there as well as their live stream on their website, which is Mojo50. Mojo50. You can also hear us on Spreaker, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, an assortment, a consortium of many wonderful places. Anywhere you can hear my voice. Please also go to the DOAE show. If you do, you can go there. You can see all the latest articles. You can see all of our past shows, including all the ones where Dylan was with me. Don't worry, he is coming back eventually. Eventually. Anyway, beside that point, and when you do go there, hit the drop-down button, If you hit the drop-down button, you can do a couple things. One, you can become a Defender with us, and if you do that, it's $5 a month, $50 a year. And if you go for the annual, you also get an I See What You Did There t-shirt, because I see what you did there. And if you would, please follow us on the Twitters, at DOA Show, as well as here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Codius. Anywhere that you can find us, you will find us, and that is pretty much why we're here. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Awesome. No, Dylan didn't get flooded out. It's okay. He's been out of the loop for a while as well, Wendy. It's not a horrible issue or anything like that. He's just dealing with some family things, and he will be back as soon as he can come back. Pray for him. That's what he asked. Anyway, so a couple of updates on the everything situation. So first off, Kavanaugh. Guess what? Christine Ford has finally said that she is going to sit in front of the Judiciary Committee. Yay! She did it like just seconds before the 2:30 deadline that Chuck Grassley set. Her attorneys came out and said that they accept the committee's request to provide her firsthand knowledge of Brett Kavanaugh's sexual misconduct next week. By next week, that's sometime in the next 4 days. The letter did not spell out conditions Ford will agree to testify under, such as when and where, but a couple things that she was saying was that the original demands testify first. The committee has been extremely accommodating to the client. So what they're saying, what Grassley is saying is basically, look, we've been extremely accommodating. We could have basically just told her that she has to be here and given her a subpoena, but we haven't. So I'm glad she's coming. Let's get it done, and let's get it over with. And that's the short clip of it. And that's enough of Kavanaugh. Now, something else that's breaking, just broke anyway on my phone, came up at about 8 p.m., a little bit after I already wrote everything. Apparently, the Trump administration will seek to limit green cards for immigrants needing public aid. What I mean by that is they're going to vet people that are coming in from the border or people that are applying legally to make sure that they have a viable income so that the government doesn't have to help them live. Maybe because that's one of the requirements of becoming a legal immigrant with a green card is that you are either a student coming in and you have a way to pay for it, or that you are coming for a job, or coming with the intent of having a job and you have something lined up. So for people that are green card holders, or people that want to become green card holders, this is a good thing. This is something that every country does. This is something that we've always done until the past 15 years. And apparently the Trump administration has decided that they're going to tamper down the amount of green cards handed out willy-nilly to anybody that says they need one, which is also good. Yay. All right, so you have that. You have all those things. Now let's talk about moms for just a minute. Moms have been getting a bad rap lately, and I don't know why, but I think it's the post-modern feminists of the generations and of the world. And I want to talk about some moms that have done some great things, specifically in punishing their children and the results of what happened. The first one is a mom faces criticism after her son, who's a bully, is forced to wear a shirt that says, "I am a bully," everywhere he goes. The Texas mom faced heavy criticism for making her son wear the shirt that says, "I am a bully," but the woman whose first name she identified as Star said that when she discovered that her 5th grade son had been bullying, she had what she believed a fitting solution. She created a shirt. She told the kid, "You have to wear it." because you're a moron. And now, so here's the thing. She says, I'm a very old school parent. I don't coddle my children. I don't sugarcoat the world to them. So what she's saying is the world is not fair and you need to stop being a douche, young child. Now, she posted pictures of it for people to for outreach and for people to understand what's going on. And but what she did say is that in her defense, her child has been acting a heck of a lot better. Apparently, shaming a kid out of something that they shouldn't be doing works. Telling them and actually disciplining them and making them understand that what they're doing is bad works. It's funny. It's punishment, and it's embarrassing. And guess what? He probably got bullied because of his shirt, which is a fitting punishment for the crime. But speaking of crime and punishment, a Michigan mom was charged with larceny for taking away her daughter's phone as a punishment. Jody May, a Granville, Michigan, was forced to appear before a district judge earlier this week on larceny charges for taking away her daughter's cell phone as punishment. May took the iPhone 6 from her 15-year-old daughter in April after the teenager got in trouble at school, according to reports. She was just being a mom, a concerned parent, and disciplining her daughter. Well, here's what happened. The daughter went and told dad. And since they're divorced, the dad filed charges of theft. The mom was then arrested and released on a bail of $200. It's a misdemeanor crime, larceny, and she could face up to 93 days in jail for such an offense. Shortly after she was released, she had a bench trial in which they added an additional charge of larceny by conversion. I don't know what that means, but it's an additional 93 days of jail. But before anything else could really go further, about a day later, they actually had a discussion with the daughter. And the daughter said it was her phone, not her dad's. And so it looks like they're probably going to be dropping all charges against the mom. Yay. For disciplining her child, who's a 15-year-old, and who went to whine to daddy. Guys, your mom took your phone away. It's not yours. You're 15. It doesn't matter which parent bought it. Here's what happens. You're using it because it's been given to you. It is something that is earned. It is not a right. And if you do something that you shouldn't be doing, you're going to get punished. Sometimes that punishment looks like wearing a stupid shirt that says you're a bully. Sometimes that punishment is getting your phone taken away. That's a fitting punishment. If these people, we wouldn't even have even heard about these people if all they did was, I don't know, whoop their child. Unless she then went to daddy and said, Mommy's been physically abusing me. And if she had done that, this would be a completely different conversation. So here's the thing. We've got all the accusations from Kavanaugh. We actually have something good from DHS. And we have two stories of two different moms. And those two different moms were punishing their children for being entitled, for being bullies, and for doing the things that we now see our politicians do on a daily basis. How are we supposed to relate to these things? How is this supposed to be a thing where we can look at and say, look, discipline your child, just, I don't know, don't take their phone away. Don't whoop them. Oh, don't even put them in timeout. Just kind of set them on the side and talk to them politely. Do you want more of this? Do you want more of this coming down the pipe? I sure don't. Oh, there's the music. With that, we'll be right back.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-915-9542. 800-915-9542. 800-915-9542. That's 800-915-9542.
Hey, this is Dylan and Steven from Defenders of American Exceptionalism, here to give you the facts about hydration.
Thirst pains are real. Chronic joint pains, headaches, and ulcers can often spell dehydration. Water's needed to carry acidic waste away from the cells, and when we're dehydrated, these wastes don't get carried away, leading our nerves to interpret it as pain.
If you're tired, it may be dehydration. One study found that a mere drop in water levels in the body can cause a 25 to 30% loss in energy. Even a 3% drop can cause fuzzy thinking, brain fog, and a slower metabolism.
How do you remedy this? Some people may ask.
Earthwater. Go to earthwater.com/DOAE show to get yours now.
These bottles are packed with 70 plus trace minerals, 9.5 pH balance, no carbs, sugars, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, chemicals, or calories.
It's organic, gluten-free, and vegan as well because it's, well, you know, water.
And with this high active carbon and molecular oxygen levels and antioxidants, it will hydrate you the way to a better life.
That's earthwater.com/DOAE show to get your bottles today.
earthwater.com/DOAE show.
According to a 2017 Gallup poll, 85% of Americans hate their jobs. 85%. And most of those people will continue to hate their jobs over something as simple as updating and formatting their resume. Let Nicole's Resume Renewal Service help you gain a leg up in an already competitive job market. Please go to www.facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service and relieve yourself of the worry of an outdated resume. Use the promo code DEFENDERS and receive $10 off your order of a resume cover letter package. That's www.facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service. Don't be part of that 85%. Log on today at www.facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service and use the promo code DEFENDERS for $10 off.
And we're back to it. You're listening to the Defenders of American Exceptionalism. And yes, Wendy, the water's gluten-free. We have to say it because it's on the label. I hope that it would be gluten-free. It's water with a whole bunch of minerals in it. But then again, you never know. Not in this day and age. Speaking of never knowing, so there was a big conspiracy theory going around about this solar observatory in New Mexico. There was a huge thing, it's right on the border of where Area 51 and all that other jazz is. And so this observatory, it was shut down mysteriously, like something had happened. Well, something did happen, and by that what I mean is a mysterious closure was prompted by an FBI child pornography investigation. Yes. An FBI child investigation into child pornography caused by the mysterious was the cause of the mysterious 11-day closure of the solar observatory in Sunspot, New Mexico. The sudden closure and evacuation of the National Solar Observatory on September 6th led to many rumors and speculations. But it was just the janitor. I don't know why I can't get enough of this story. A warrant issued by the U.S. magistrate in Las Cruces, New Mexico, revealed that the agents seized 3 cell phones, 5 laptops, 1 iPad, an external hard drive, 16 thumb drives, 89 compact flash disks, and other materials from the subject's home on September 14th. Wow. Wow. So the janitor went as far as saying that the observatory's decoy security cameras were a joke. Okay, so he was going through the entire thing. Apparently, he was using the Wi-Fi to go through... Yeah, space porn, yes. But no, it's child porn, which is horrible. And we can't make jokes about child porn because it's child porn. That's bad. That needs to be done, and whoever watches it needs to be castrated or killed because they're probably going to be rapists of children. But anyway, so the janitor has been using the Wi-Fi at the observatory for years probably to download everything that he wanted to use or watch or see, and they seized all of those materials. I just can't. I'm still kind of reeling about this. Yeah, that is a lot of child exploitation. Apparently, the observatory is a 2-hour drive from Roswell, which is why everybody was talking about UFOs and blah, 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 blah. And UFO believers still theorize that more than likely it was actually something else, which I don't believe. It's not. It's not. But if that doesn't burst your bubble, this will. You see what I did there? Oklahoma pro-abortion billboards are now turning heads. And they're using a very different approach. If you go and actually look at the billboard, which I don't have a picture of, but I'll read it to you, it says, "People of faith love those who have abortions." And it's not a statement of saying you need to love those who have abortions. It's one full sentence. It's not people of faith, love those who have abortions. It's people of faith love those who have abortions. It's one solid phrase. So if you go through, apparently Emma Newberry Davis, a spokesperson for reproductive justice, said the billboard went up on Monday and will remain in place for a month. They're not timed with any sort of political activities. The billboards are tied to confirmation hearings from the U.S. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. According to the Newberry Davis, abortion rights advocates fear that Kavanaugh's conservative leanings could tip the high court to the right and possibly reverse a weakened 1973 Roe v. Wade decision that legalized abortion. Now, it's not weakened. It hasn't been weakened. But the problem here is, Roe v. Wade was a bad decision. It went against life. I don't care what you believe in. If you believe life starts anywhere, if you believe it's a human at any time in the womb, but you still believe in abortion, you're fooling yourself. I understand how some people might feel. I understand that what they'll say is, but people need it so it can be safe, and so that you can go and you can get it safe, legal, and rare. Safe, legal and rare. Tell that to the millions of children that are killed on a yearly basis. Most of them being from underprivileged people. By that I mean people in less fortunate areas of the world or the country. So reproductive justice claims the campaign is part of faith-based initiative to raise the voices of clergy members who want to show they support women regardless of whether they decide to have an abortion. Here's the thing. If you're a Christian and you decide to have an abortion, you are deciding to kill something that was a gift from God. You are deciding to murder. That kind of goes against those 10 commandments. Now, obviously, if you are a Christian, you can be forgiven of all sins, past, present, and future. But we should, as Christians and as fellow believers, help guide you to a better decision. Just as you should be in the Word of God if you are a fellow believer on a daily basis, so that you know what the Word is, so that you know how to move and how to live, and so that you can be free to live your best possible way, given the circumstances, with the most joy in your life from God. Murdering a baby because it is an inconvenience, or because it was the offspring of something that was horrible to you. Horrible to you. That's 0.1% of the abortions had. Most of them are for convenience. I can't have this because it would ruin my life right now. How do you know it would ruin your life? Maybe it would give your life the biggest meaning and the biggest possibilities in the world. Maybe that life will change yours in the best ways. But you won't know. But what you will know is that it does lead to depression. It leads to self-doubt. Even those women that call out and say, shout your abortions, those people doubt it. And how do I know? Because you wouldn't be so loud about it if you didn't. You wouldn't try and convince the entire world that it's okay if you didn't also doubt it yourself. That's what happens. When you do something that you know is wrong, you try and convince everybody else that it's okay that you did something wrong and that they should do it too. Hold on, we'll be right back after the break. We'll see you then.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-249-8901 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-249-8901. Again, 800-249-8901.
So you're looking for a job, right?
Wait, no, should I be? I mean, I always keep my options open, but should I?
Well, We'll talk about that after this gets on. But if you happen to be looking for a job, one of the most important things you will need is an updated and current resume.
Are you trying to tell me something here?
Nicole's Resume Renewal Service is where you should go take your resume to the next level.
I really don't understand. Have you seen what happens when you try to go it alone?
Go to Facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service to get your resume in top shape. And don't forget to use the promo code Defenders for $10 off any resume package.
Is this because we aren't going daily right now?
That's Facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service. That's Facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service with the promo code Defenders for $10 off.
Is this really for me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, seriously. Is this for me?
Nah, it's water under the bridge.
Do you have a retirement account worth more than $100,000? Pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. Gold is a better way. Gold is a better way to protect your retirement, a better way to grow your retirement, and better than everything you're currently doing inside your retirement account. At Advantage Gold, we're certain that gold is going higher in price and going to outperform stocks and bonds. We've created the world's first gold protection retirement platform ever built. If you have an IRA or 401k, you can get your free access. Once you see it, you'll have no choice but to agree. Gold is a better way. And all you need to do is call our recorded line for your special quote. You can join the site for free. Just call now to get your code. 800-932-2605. 800-932-2605. 800-932-2605. That's 800-932-2605.
And we're back. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We're live. You can find us on Facebook.com/DOA show. You can also find us at Mojo50 Radio on the Facebook page and on their channel, which hopefully will go live in a couple of other places. Anyway, before we go to the next thing, I just wanted to say, check out this shirt. It is amazing. And if you want one, you can get one. They're on our site. Go to doashow.com, go to the shop on the drop-down menu, and you can find not only this shirt, but you can find pretty much anything you want. Hats, bags, yoga pants, hoodies. People like hoodies. It's good times. Heck, you can even find beanies. It's good. It's good. It is really good. Multiple design setups. If you just like the eagle, there's the eagle. If you like the I See What You Did There t-shirt and you don't want to support us by going annual, you can go buy one. It's okay. They're there. They're all for you. Well, for anybody in that matter. Anyway, shameless plugs. So, what if I were to tell you that there was a Texas couple indicted on 5 counts of forced labor of an African girl for more than 16 years? Now, given the political climate of today, what type of person would you guess would be this racist? Would they be white? Would they be black? Would they be Hispanic? I wonder. Let's find out. A Texas couple has been indicted for allegedly enslaving an African girl for more than 16 years. Mohamed Toure, age 57, and his wife, Denise Cross Toure, and yes, they're both of Muslim descent, who are living in Fort Worth, were charged Wednesday on 5 counts, including forced labor, alien harboring for financial gain, conspiracy to commit forced labor, and alien harboring, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. Mohammed was also charged with making false statements to federal agents. You don't say. So the girl was forced to work long hours, cooking, cleaning, doing yard work, caring for the couple's actual children, all without pay, and all from a very young age, according to the indictment. The couple was arrested on April 26th after a criminal complaint was filed. It's funny that this story just came out. How did we not hear about this in April? Huh. It's like there was something else going on in April. I just can't put my finger on. We'll get back to that. In 2000, a couple allegedly arranged to have an African girl travel from her village in Guinea, West Africa, to their home in South Lake to work for them. The girl came to the U.S. alone and is believed to have been somewhere between 5 and 14 years old at the time. Apparently, they don't know her age, and she looks very young still. Court documents show that the girl's family sent her to live with the Toures because they wanted her to have a better life. The couple is originally from Guinea. Mohamed Toure's father and a former president of a West African nation was ousted during a coup in the 1980s, according to KTVT, which is a television station and news network. The Toure's family's 5 children were close in age to the victim, but the girl was forced to do work and was denied access to schooling, medical care, and other opportunities, the DOJ said in the release. If the girl refused to work, the couple threatened serious harm against her. In August 2016, neighbors helped the victim escape. So once again, 2016. It's like there were so many other things going on, and yet we should have heard about this. On American soil, a couple forcing a child to work labor that wasn't theirs, not only for free, but illegally. It's like we should have known about this. Huh. The couple took the girl's documentation from her. They also isolated her from her family, and they kept her in the U.S. illegally after her tourist visa expired in March of 2000. So she was here illegally after an expired tourist visa, and they just kind of tucked her away and said, you know what? We're just going to keep you. It's like there was something else going on in those days where, you know, it was really hard to get into America, and they really should have gotten... Anyway, the 2 suspects each face a maximum of 20 years in prison, $250,000 fine, and a mandatory restitution if found guilty of forced labor. Also, if convicted of alien harboring, they could get up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Wait. That's all? Well, I mean, technically that's $500,000 between, not even split. That's for each of them, and a total of 30 years in prison for each of them. That would make him what? That would make them both in their 80s. They're almost 90 by the time that they get out. So that's basically a life sentence for them behind bars and paying restitution that they don't have. So that's going to be us paying the restitution and them working it off for the rest of their lives. Wow. That's awesome. We all love that. So let me get this straight. If you tell a family that lives in some random West African nation, and you tell them, hey, look, I'm going to bring your kid over here. I know we know each other, and so this is going to be good. We live in America now. We're going to get her into America. She'll be fine. She'll have the best schools. She'll have the best medicine. She'll have the best life now. And you just send her over here, and we'll make sure that she gets everything done right, and everything will be legal, and everything will be fine. And it turns out that they turned her into a slave. Luckily, they didn't turn her into a sex slave. Maybe she wasn't old enough yet for the man. But at the same point in time, she became an indentured servant. it's almost like they did the exact same thing 200 plus years ago, selling people to traders in Europe who then, brought them to the New World as slaves and indentured servants. It's like there's some sort of doctrine that they follow. Like maybe it's in their religion? Maybe it's in their faith. Oh yeah, it is. It is in their faith. To enslave any non-believer or any of those people who they say aren't Muslim enough. Or kill them. Why do we accept this? Why do we accept that this is a thing? Why is this a thing? And how is this happening in Texas, of all places? Yes, human trafficking is alive and well. If you don't know anything about human trafficking, you should look up the Operation Underground Railroad. If you don't know what's going on, there are more slaves in the world today due to sex trafficking, child labor trafficking, and Muslim extremism, basically Islamism, than there were at the entire time of the founding of America. There are more slaves hidden in America today because of the child sex trafficking than there ever were in the South and in the colonies and before the Civil War or after the Civil War. The entire time up until the freedom of the slaves, there are currently more slaves now than the entire time combined. From our foundation of colonies all the way to the Civil War. Sex trafficking is alive. Slave trafficking is alive. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to. They have all the facts at the Operation Underground Railroad. Go check it out there. You want to know why we want a border wall? Why I want a border wall? I want a border wall because of multiple factors. Not only do I want to stop people from thinking that it's okay to cross a sovereign border, come over here, use all of our material, use our supplies, live here illegally, use our money up. But I also would like to stop things like the sex trade, like the drug trades, like the illegal labor trade and slave trade going through the world. To me, it's worth that border on the wall. Every other country believes it too. That's why every other country has a border. If you have no border, you have no nation. If you have no nation, what do you have? Just a global populace. And if all you have is a global populace, then who's controlling that global populace? Well, whoever has the most power. So who has the most power? Well, I would say the people that are trafficking because they can make the most money. They can make the most money with the least amount of effort, especially if you allow free and open borders. So why don't we have a border yet? Well, because they don't want it. They want to keep this entire thing going. They want to pass the football off. They want to kick it down the road. Got some more stories ahead of you? We'll be right back, right after this.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family? You never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-648-9176. 800-648-9176. 800-648-9176. That's 800-648-9176.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-327-2381. That's 800-327-2381. 800-327-2381.
Hey, this is Dylan and Steven from Defenders of American Exceptionalism, here to give you the facts about hydration.
Thirst pains are real. Chronic joint pains, headaches, and ulcers can often spell dehydration. Water's needed to carry acidic waste away from the cells, and when we're dehydrated, these wastes don't get carried away, leading our nerves to interpret it as pain.
If you're tired, it may be dehydration. One study found that a mere drop in water levels in the body can cause a 25 to 30% loss in energy. Even a 3% drop can cause fuzzy thinking, brain fog, and a slower metabolism.
How do you remedy this? Some people may ask.
Earthwater. Go to earthwater.com/DOAE show to get yours now.
These bottles are packed with 70 plus trace minerals, 9.5 pH balance, no carbs, sugars, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, chemicals, or calories.
It's organic, gluten-free, and vegan as well because it's, well, you know, water.
And with its high active carbon and molecular oxygen levels and antioxidants, it will hydrate you the way to a better life.
That's earthwater.com/DOAE show to get your bottles today.
earthwater.com/DOAE show. Welcome back, everybody. Last segment. Got a couple things for you. But first, let me ask you a question. Obviously, everybody here knows that you need skills to get a job. But do you have the right skills? If you don't, you can learn them. Go to Skillshare.com. Use the promo code DOA Show 2MO. That's 2 month. And you can get 2 months free. You can go through all the wide varieties of everything that they have. 4,000 different wonderful skills that you can learn in short 45-minute videos. Go on there. That's Skillshare.com. Use the promo code DOA Show 2MO. All right. Here's something that is a skill that you should never learn. This is from the Daily Wire. California. Children can aid, advise, and encourage their parents into killing themselves. I'm going to let that sink in. In the once golden state of California, children can aid, advise, and encourage their parents into killing themselves thanks to a new bill signed into law by Jerry Brown as part of a newly minted assisted suicide law. SB 282 gives people the freedom to essentially convince loved ones that assisted suicide is the best option if they're terminally ill, impatient about inheritance, maybe? Anyway, The bill legalization comes on the heels of Governor Jerry Brown's signing into law the California End-of-Life Opinion Act. Or, excuse me, California's End-of-Life Option Act, not opinion, option, which legalized assisted suicide. Despite the opposition from Life Legal, the bill has largely gone unchallenged thanks to the California Attorney General Xavier Becerra, a man who charged David, I don't even know how, Deleden and Sandra Merritt with 15 felony counts for exposing Planned Parenthood's role in the sale of fetal body parts that they obtained during abortions when they broke apart the baby's bodies and then sold the parts off as post hoc. Anyway, California assisted suicide laws allow interested witnesses, which include beneficiaries, to sign a person's request for assisted suicide drugs. The new law allows an individual to aid, advise, encourage a person to commit suicide and sign off on the method of suicide while financially benefiting from the person's death. Wait a second. I thought the entire point of having life insurance was that the person who did the killing could not get the money. Apparently now you just have to convince them to commit suicide and it's all good. But you still have to wait those 5 years on that life insurance policy before they commit suicide, before anything pays out. Remember that, folks. Family members who encourage the terminally ill into killing themselves will be granted full legal immunity, regardless of their motives for doing so. The patient would have to explicitly state in their will that any family member who encourages assisted suicide are to receive nothing. Never moving to California, but if I did, I would make a will. And in that will, I would specifically put in that no one gets any money if I commit suicide. All the money will go to charity because you all suck. And in other news in California, the California State University to move Prospector Pete. You know, that statue that's, based off the gold rush and everything else. Because of his impact on indigenous people. That's right. Classes have only been in session for a few weeks, and already there's demands to change campuses because decade-old buildings and statues now represent the mighty oppression. Today's example comes from California State University in Long Beach, where the students have complained that the Prospector Pete statue must go because he represents the gold rush, a time now apparently associated more with attacks against the Native Americans than searching for gold. Quote, as our diversity grew and more voices were heard, we came to know that the 1849 California Gold Rush was a time in history when the indigenous peoples of California endured subjugation, violence, and threat of genocide. President Jane Close Connolly said in a statement to the university, today the spirit of the inclusivity is reflected in our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and community. Today's beach is not connected to that era. That's right, folks. Everything in our past is going to get pulled. Everything that we have. You know, the Prospector Pete is actually kind of represented in Toy Story, if you don't know. That's the Stinky Pete in Toy Story 2 is all based off of Prospector Pete and the gold rush back in the old days. I guess Stinky Pete's going to have to go away the entire Toy Story 2. Actually, Woody's a cowboy. Didn't he kill Indians? Woody, you're dead. Folks, if we keep going down the same path and we keep saying that all of our history, everything, it doesn't matter what it is, but everything that is our history that we claim is there for us to remember in either one of two fashions. One, so we don't do it again. Or two, because it was a glorious, wonderful thing at the time. Or three, because we just want to remember a time that isn't our own. If you take those things away, you take away the foundations that made us who we are. Now, I agree with a couple of people. We shouldn't have statues built today of racists. We shouldn't have them built of politicians. There's nobody that I can think of in today's society that deserves a statue or a painting made for them. But then again, at the time, there probably wasn't too many single individuals that thought that should deserve that either. We built statues to represent groups, to represent ideals, to represent understandings about certain things in each generation. What we have to do is we have to build monuments and things so that we can point to them and tell our children, this is why this is here. This is why this goes on. This is why we do this. X, Y, and Z are because of this. If you can find a better way, do it. If you can figure out something to fix this problem, do it. But taking your postmodernist crap, destroying the foundations of logic, destroying the foundations of our histories, making sure that nobody remembers the best people in our society, but everybody remembers the people that you want. The people that want the most control of everybody else. That's not who we need. We don't need Margaret Sanger and the Smithsonian. We don't need Woodrow Wilson at Harvard and other places. Teddy Roosevelt even. Not that great. If we were to build statues and monuments today, who would you build it to? There's nobody in the political sphere or in the sphere of war or in the sphere of society that I can honestly look at and say that man deserves, or that woman deserves, or that non-gendered whatever deserves a monument. But there are ideas that deserve to be remembered. And if we allow the people of today to destroy those ideas, to break apart what we believe in, then our kids are going to grow up lost. Guys, thank you for joining us tonight. You could have been anywhere, but you are here. Thank you. Keep following us. Go to our show page, doaeshow.com. Go buy a shirt, get a coffee mug, become a defender, or if you want to do it for free, become a shield bearer. Thank you for listening. You guys have a good night.